2:37.86 then. There's Robert Dunlop, number 4. He is down in 4th place. It is the last lap. 14 laps gone, 1 more lap to go, and Leach has got Hislop. He's got the sights, the target, homed in on the Scotsman ahead. Whether he can catch the 2 remains to be seen. 4.8 miles is the length of this track. They've got about 2/3 laps to go. Roberto then still with the advantage from Hislop. We're back down the field, and this is Trevor Nation trying to make up ground, and he's caught Philip McCallan, and there's number 59, Donald Jacks. Well, what a superb scrap this is. No mistake that time from Trevor Nation. Remember, he ran on the brakes there. Well, that really is a good scrap. Trevor Nation then up into 5th place. What a ride from Big Trevor. Superb. Trevor Nation then going up into 5th place. Oh, he's not. McCallan's got him back again. McCallan, then Trevor Nation, then Donald Jacks. That's the scrap for 5th, 6th and 7th positions. And we're watching that as the leaders are out on their final circuit. And where you can see the front 3 men all together. And Hislop has closed up on the rear tyre of Peter Roberto, and Dave Leach is with them. Well, if Dave Leach doesn't pass them, it will almost count as a moral victory, because he's come back from a tremendous deficit. Now, we come to the fastest part of the circuit. We're round the Melco hairpin, the slowest part for motorcycles. Just leaning in to make sure you don't touch the Armco barrier. Get the downhill run, then they'll come on to the fastest section. Look at Hislop, chin on the tank. He's going to wind up the Honda Britain machine. Roberto knows it. So, is the Yamaha quicker? Peter Roberto looks up, tucks himself in that big, tall frame. Is Hislop going to go past him? It's a battle between Roberto and Hislop. And Dave Leach has done so well, but he's not going to catch him. And Hislop looks over his shoulder. He doesn't want to be caught out, and I think Roberto's going to do it, but I've been wrong before. Roberto, number 1, fastest in practice. Hislop winds on the wick, winds up the power on the Honda. The checkered flag is ready. Peter Roberto is going to win this one, I think. Roberto punches the air in celebration. Number 1, Roberto wins. Steve Hislop, number 8. In 2nd place, a fine ride from number 7, Dave Leach, in 3rd spot. And they are still celebrating, but behind there's still some racing to be done. Number 4, Robert Dunlop, obviously a problem with the JPS Norton. That really is very sad. That's one of the tail enders going through. Peter Linden, the Swedish jet pilot. Number 1, Roberto celebrates. It's the first win he's had here at Macau, and a deserved win, but what tremendous performances from Steve Hislop and Dave Leach. Dave Leach, as I said, here for the first time. So as the rest go over the line, let's just confirm the result. Roberto, the leader, the winner. Steve Hislop in 2nd place. Dave Leach 3rd, and just 2.2 seconds separating the top 3 men, says the Unisys computer, courtesy of MST Sports Timing. Robert Dunlop was 4th, 5th after a superb... Oh, just confirming the result there. 5th was McCallan, 6th was Donald Jacks. Now, it looks as though Trevor Nation hit problems on the final lap again. Now, what happened, we're not quite sure. We'll wait for some confirmation. Part of the big crowd here at Macau. Roberto the winner, then Hislop 2nd, Leach 3rd, Robert Dunlop 4th, Philip McCallan home 5th, Donald Jacks 6th, but we definitely lost Trevor Nation on that final circuit. That is very sad. Kurt Hall, an excellent 7th, another American rider making his debut here. Tony Heiner, the German, number 16, was 8th home. Nick Jeffries, a good 9th. Joey Dunlop, for him, I'm sure, a very disappointing 10th place. Mark Farmer, 11th home in this first leg, and of course they've all got to do it again a little bit later. Then in 12th spot, the Ulsterman Johnny Ray. The Scotsman Roger Bennett was 13th. Krista Lindholm, number 14, number 23, finished in 14th place. And Kamiyama, one of the Japanese visitors here, one of 3 riders, finished in 15th place. and that really is remarkable. 1 minute 44.36 seconds behind the winner. So, but out in front, Roberto, the winner, 137 kilometres an hour average speed. Hislop and Leach, you can see there, 2.22 seconds separating the top three. And I'm sure Dave Leach, well, he was on the front row of the grid. He didn't make a particularly good start. I'm sure that he's learned a lot this time round, and we're going to see something fairly exciting and sensational in the second leg. Hislop, well, I'm sure that being defeated by 0.28 of a second is something that he will rue bitterly. The Honda did seem quicker earlier on in the race. Maybe Peter Roberto was pulling a flanker, just kidding the opposition. We shall find out in the second leg. It promises to be an absolutely sensational race. But look at that, Philip McCallan and Donald Jacks separated by just a whisker. Donald Jacks there is the boy in that bunch. The average age of that of the top five, I should say, is about 31 or 32. Donald Jacks just 20 years of age, and he's certainly given good value for his money. Just checking to see what sort of lap time Donald Jacks did. Well, 2:42.77 on the final lap. I don't know what his quickest lap was, but Donald Jacks certainly showed himself to be a star. Well, the Macau Motorcycle Grand Prix goes on from strength to strength. This has been an excellent first leg, and I'm sure the second leg will be just as good.
Yes, thank you, Chris. And of course, it's the aggregate times over the two 15-lap races that count. The second leg of this Macau Grand Prix will be at about 5-1. We'll come on air at 12:50, so you'll be able to see the second leg live. And it really is close. It's good to see such a good scrap between Roberto and Hislop, and I hope Chris is going to be able to establish exactly what Peter Roberto was trying to say to Steve Hislop. It looked as though he was just waving him through and saying, "You're quicker." I thought he had a problem for a minute, but it obviously wasn't that. Perhaps he just needed Steve Hislop to do a bit of the work up front. You know, get on with it. I'm the senior citizen here. You carry on. But there will be racing continuing in Macau, of course. There's a novice race next on the track, but as I said, as we look over towards the pit area, we'll say goodbye for the moment and come back live for the deciding leg in this 24th Motorcycle Grand Prix. So from Chris Carter and myself, Brian Langley, for the moment, goodbye.